everyone, how's it going? Hope you are well. So today, it's been a long time coming, but I'm doing a what's on my desk video. I'm really happy with how my desk setup is right now, so I thought I'd share with you what are all the things that I've been using on a day-to-day basis. Oh, and if you're new here because maybe the algorithm recommended me to you, hi, welcome. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Mayuko, and on this channel, I make videos about what life is like as a software engineer living in Silicon Valley, and my goal is to help you all find your way through the tech industry. And if that's something that you're into, then consider subscribing right here. I would love your subscription and would feel super honored to be one of your many or few or whatever kind of person you are with your YouTube subscriptions. Would super love that. Oh, one last thing, I've got my first ever merch. I'll talk about it more at the end of the video, so stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about what's on my desk. So I'm gonna be talking about my home desk right here. I have a desk at work, but this is the desk where I chose everything and I like spending time here. So this is the one that I'm going to go over. All right, so let's get this thing on the road. So the very first thing that I wanted to talk about is the desk itself. I have the Jarvis Bamboo standing desk, and this is something that I bought within the last year after upgrading from my college IKEA desk that I'd had for like 8 years. So I was introduced to standing desks through my last couple employers, and I really like the fact that you can both sit and stand. I found that if I sit all day, then my lower back and my legs hurt, and then if I stand all day, then my legs hurt. And so kind of being able to go back and forth between the two, maybe I change every hour and a half, has been really good and very flexible for me. It's also not outrageously expensive. I think I got this for like $500, I wanna say, which for a desk that I'm gonna keep for 10 years and spend a lot of time at, and it sits and stands, like, that's really good. When you're buying the Jarvis desk, you can basically configure everything about it. So I got the 60 by 30 inch bamboo top desk, as well as the white legs and the programmable key thingy for the sit stand functionality. And I also got some hooks to put some headphones on, which are a really nice touch. This is kind of my favorite scenario of a sit-stand desk because I love the large tabletop. And then also, I like the fact that it just remembers what height it needs to be at so that I can be honest with myself, and it's always perfect every time that I sit or stand. It's just convenient, and I really enjoy it. So next on the docket are two new additions to my desk that I've been really enjoying. These two I've gotten as gifts from Logitech, and I love them. They're so good. And the first of which is my mouse, which is the Logitech MX Master 3. So I used to use the Apple Magic Mouse, which I really liked, but then this mouse has a couple of key features that I really like that I think sets it apart from other mice. The first of which is that the charging port is right here, which means that you can use it while it's charging. The battery life is super good, it's USB-C, it's just very pragmatic and very useful, it never gets in the way. So the other thing that I really like is that you can use this mouse with up to 3 devices, which I super like because I have 3 devices. One's my personal computer, one's my YouTube computer, and the other one's my work computer. And instead of having 3 different mice, just having one and being able to switch between them is so easy. Also, Bluetooth is just a pain to work with, and so just being able to switch between it easily through the hardware is just so good. And the last thing, which is I think what makes this mouse so popular, is that you can program all of the keys on this except for the clicking ones, and you can do that per application. I mean, there's a lot of other programmable mice out there, but this one just makes sense. Like, there's not too many keys, it makes sense, it feels good in the hand, and the fact that you can program them per application is a game changer. I've programmed this one specifically for Premiere Pro and Xcode, and that's been a game changer. My workflow is way quicker and way smoother. I mean, it's basically like hotkeys on a mouse, and being able to do that on this thing is so nice. It also looks really good too, which I'm pretty happy about. And it's slightly ergonomic, and so my hand feels good using it, and I don't get tired from it, so really good mouse. So the next one that works kind of in conjunction with the mouse is the Logitech MX Keys keyboard, which mine is running out of battery. But the battery life is also really good on this, and I like this for a lot of the same reasons that I like the mouse. Those things being that you can connect this with up to 3 devices, and all the keys are programmable. I also realize if I hold it up like this, it looks like I'm holding a boombox, except it's a keyboard. I'm also someone that really likes having a numpad, and so the fact that it comes with that is just like an added bonus. So I was actually a little bit skeptical using this keyboard because it's not a split keyboard, and I usually like using those because they're more ergonomic, my wrists don't hurt, but after using this for a month or two for various things, like my wrists have been fine. But yeah, I really like this keyboard. I've also got the wrist like cushion thing, I don't know what it's called, to go with it, and that also helps with the comfort of using this keyboard as well. And before we move on to the next category, just want to talk about the mouse pad that I got. It's from BenQ. Scott got this for me and I like it. It's nice and big, and it also doesn't slip, and it's black and it's cool and I like it, and you should too. So let's talk monitors. So I like having two monitors on my desk all the time. So I've got one vertical here and the other one's horizontal. The horizontal one's LG and the other one is Dell. They're both 4K, both 27-inch, and they've been great. I could go into the specific specs of each one, but to me what's more important is just clarity, they're not flickering, and that they're big enough, and they've been working really well for me. I also like having two separate monitors instead of one long one because I find that my focus works better if I have two different ones and I've pinned things to different places. So yeah, not much to say here about the monitors. I like the ones that I have. They don't hurt my eyes. They're big enough. They're great. I'll leave this and everything else as a link in the description box down below. All right, so my computer is like the thing that powers this whole operation right here. I like laptops more than stationary computers because I like being mobile and not being constrained to my desk right here. This laptop that I have is the exact same one as the one that I have at work. I don't know which one exactly. Let me check. So this is the 15-inch MacBook Pro running macOS Catalina. Processor is the 2.9 gigahertz 6-core Intel Core i9. It's got 32 gigs of memory and it's got 1 terabyte of storage. I found this laptop, although expensive, to be really good because it can keep up with all of the things that I'm running. At work, usually I'm running like at least 15 applications at once, and because I'm an iOS engineer, I use Xcode, the IDE that Apple created, and that takes quite a bit of memory and CPU to run, and this one does it pretty well. It can keep up really well. The only thing about the 15-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro though that I don't like is that it's really hard to find backpacks that fit that size that I like. Although I have found two backpacks that I particularly like for my 15-inch MacBook Pro. I did a what's in my backpack video a while ago, but if you'd like an updated one, please let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, I use this laptop right now to edit videos, answer emails, do graphic stuff, sometimes do a little bit of development, and of course my work one is like my main workhorse of a laptop that I do all of the things on. And I chose Mac because I've been using Mac since I was like 5, and also I can't not use Mac in writing iOS applications. So these last couple of items are things that make me feel a sense of self in my desk and make me feel like I'm at home. The first of which is lighting. So I have this IKEA lamp. I need lots of light in my life because I'm from San Diego and grew up with a lot of light. And I like this one. It's minimal, it's fine, it works, the light is warm, and it's good. So the second thing is this coaster, which is actually a Spanish tile piece with some little fuzzy things at the back. This was the wedding favor that we gave out at our wedding last year, and we've got our name stamped on the back, and yeah, it's just nice, it's cozy. I like having coasters everywhere, and if they're pretty, they're great, and I like that this one was a DIY. Next up is my little plant buddy. I haven't named this plant yet, and I usually name my plants, so if you have any suggestions for plant names, leave it in the comments down below. But yeah, I just picked this up at the plant store, and I like it. Greenery helps me feel calm and chiller, and so I've been wanting something like that, and now I have a friend for my desk. And the last thing is this little gremlin friend that I have. I actually met someone at VidCon who makes these little things, and he made this one for me. And I just like having him at my desk because it feels like he's cheering me on as I'm doing work, editing videos, and coding. And it's nice to have little friends at your desk with you. So those are all the things on my desk. I actually have a couple more things on my desk that I didn't cover, and they're all really related to my gaming setup, which I use when I stream on Twitch. But I couldn't really tell you what was on it. because Scott set it all up, so maybe that'll be another video for another day. Alright, so the time has come for me to talk about my new merch. Yay! So I've been wanting to make merch for a long time because I've had a lot of ideas spinning in my head of things that I really wanted to wear, and I finally just went for it and made some, and I hope you really like it.